I think we can handle the fight in here. Yeah, that main room is fuck busted there. All right, Swell, go forth and aggro all of the things. There you go, good job. Maybe. The Brenthis will return to herald the assault.
No.
Y'all need to not. Y'all need to not. Just
need?
come back. Yeah, that's why. I told you. Everybody just hide in the hallway.
Candle in the night.
I'm just watching buffs. I'm not really paying attention to my party, so if people start going down. Okay. So this thing's casting something. I wish that there was a way to... figure out like what spells enemies were casting or something. That is one thing that I do miss from the Pathfinder games. I don't think the game tells you anywhere, but if you use Empower on yourself instead of an ability, it gives you half your resources back or one spell slot of every level. Would be a third. Oh shit, I did not know that. That's very good to know. Cause yeah, that would be fucking wonderful.
This is futile.
Futile, you say? Futile? That's a strange way to pronounce Cone of Cold. How did she get splattered? Maya, I have questions. Some healing going. Loth, did they? No, okay. I was gonna say. There you go. Alright, he got the second Cone of Cold off before he went down. That's all that matters. Gold Leaf's down. It's all melees now. It's the thick lads. Get in there, boys. I know you can kill this thing. It's just one guy. And we have some heals. The more you learn, yeah. I'll take it.
Hey, that wasn't half bad. Attack.
There we go. Easy. Only most of the party died.
Say the word. You were saying?
And we got shells and 1 copper coin. DM confirmed asshole.
You were saying?
Wait a minute, what do we have here? Potion of major healing, 126. Wow, that's actually a pretty good heal. I have more than one of those by any chance, because I would actually... I do. A dare. Here you go, buddy. Have some hit points. Why do you have weed in your inventory, Adair? I'm 420 friendly, but come on now. I need to give him some bombs or something. Stun bombs? Sure. Adair can hold explosives. He's trained. And we'll give him concussion bombs too. Spark crackers only distract things. Nah. Okay.
You were saying?
I need to start using some of these consumables that I've got instead of just sitting on them and hoarding them like a dragon. 1 whole copper coin, yeah. The custom part that was created by the Wrath of the Righteous DM. Oh god. That would explain the absurd difficulty spike at the very least.
Looks like
a sapphire, some silver coins, and an ornate Asian key. All right.
Let us end this.
Hello. I'm so afraid of these barrels exploding. I know it's gonna happen.
For the wrong and new.
I know it's coming. Ow. Don't fireball me, bro. Guys, kill the raider, please. Thank you.
Strike.
One barrel has a flame symbol. I think all of these are explosive barrels. That one's just gunpowder. Gunpowder. Wow. We're Divinity Original Sin 2 now, guys. We got barrels of gunpowder. I just need to pick up like 1,000 of them, drop them all in this entrance to the room, and then explode all the enemies in one fell swoop. God, that game pisses me off. Ultima 7 had a... Yeah. I mean, technically true, but at the same time, like... I could... Well, no. I don't know. What was everybody tried to kill Chuckles. That's literally... That's literally, like... I've been trying to kill Chuckles in Ultima games since, like, Ultima 4, I think. No safer place for a barrel of gunpowder than a room full of fire. Exactly. Exactly. I honestly don't know how to handle this room. There are just so many enemies in there. Unless... We got that key. I wonder if that opens the door in back.
I'll take care of this.
Yes, it does. Awesome. I'm gonna say, maybe we're not intended to fight our way through that central room.
Could be a fight.
Guess we'll be hitting the water.
Okay. No. This is just an alternate entrance. What the fuck? Now I have to fight 200. Yeah, no kidding.
Can't get a clean hit.
No, we're leaving. We cannot. We cannot. Damn, son. Yeah, I think as of right now, this room is beyond us. Those things are all 3 levels higher than us. The fanatics are more than 3 levels higher than us. Who knows? Thank you for the head pats. Did I screw you over? I don't think so, no. No, this feels very much optional. And, like, even if you did, we'd just go back to the overworld and I'd side quest until we're high enough level to come back here and stomp these things, so. There is enough game here that I am not worried about getting, like, soft-locked or anything. Truly. Okay. Yes. Actually, I don't know if it's a bunch of XP. I don't think killing things in this gives you experience points. If the attack option soft lock you, it's really bad game design. Absolutely. Absolutely. Godspeed, Huracut. Thank you for swinging by. Be safe out there.
Ishi, don't let your feathers catch.
Fucking bird just explodes into flames. A haze of soul essence sifts up like smoke from a corpse scored with heavy claw marks. Oddly, no blood pools beneath the body. The wounds have been cauterized. Reach for the soul. Hot to the touch, the essence slowly wafts through your fingers. Then you're tumbling down into the feverish sensation of a soul reed. Fried chicken. Delicious, delicious fried chicken. You are a great champion, a Goliath among giants, your chest tight with pride and now something darker, a strange dread. It flickers inside of you like the fires of a waking forge because you know you are too soon to be tempered as you stare down upon the distant god, the defiler your brothers and sisters died to defeat but could not, who now gluts on the Adra Spire, striking plans against Magrin. The iron chains that suspend the bridge beneath your feet drip blood and sweat. Weeping, the moss spans below, battered by the invader. The jagged keep now ever more apt in name. He cut a path to the spire and could not be stopped. He drank deeply from so many of you. The Brenthis watches beside you. She is fierce and will know what to do. She can hear Magrin within the flames. Without further delay, she hastens you into the dragon's lair. She will call the beast and it will ride with you into the assault. Oh, there is a dragon. Inside the cavern is dark and simmering. The Brenthis rushes ahead of you despite your barking warning. Something is wrong. The heat rolls against your skin, a whisper of death, dangerous rather than comforting. The Defiler god has riled the dragon. The Brenthis has raised her torque high as if to collar the dragon, the light of its sheening her helm in the darkness. She's thundering. The time has come, Jada. Submit to Magrin's will. And the walls rumble from a sudden earthquake. No, from the beast's laughter. A shadow looms to your left, then scalding claws punch through your skin. Well, are we gonna have a necessary dragon fight? I think all the dragon fights in the first game were optional, if I recall correctly. Oh, we've got like a sacrificial pillar here with skeletons chained to it. Very charming. Oh boy.
Ain't she a beauty?
A creature of smoke and scales, ember, and talons looms up from the darkness. Her back and ribs gleam luridly, red as the lake of fire that laps at her feet. She hisses, the sound like rocks grating together in her throat. And through her peeled back lips, and though her peeled back lips form no words you understand.
Who comes now to stoke the flames of chaos further? Have I not yet feasted enough? I suppose I can make room for another.
I propose pet the dragon. Absolutely agreed. We have to try. We have to be friendly.
No, that can't be healthy.
Just realized how lucky we are to have never run across a sewer dragon.
Start with the bird. He's been complaining ever since we arrived.
Maya glares at Ashiza, who cocks her head at her. A dry laugh cackles from the dragon's thick-scaled throat. I don't think we're going to try to intimidate the dragon. Is that a sacred torque I see? Or are you just happy to see me? I have no intent to fight you.
An easy meal is still a meal, is it not?
She stretches out her smoldering neck as she chuffs.
Squeal and scurry, or do not. I will suckle the marrow from your bones regardless soon enough.
You heard her, chat. She's gonna suckle our bones. We'll try the diplomacy route though. The Rathrun failed to honor your magnificence, but I offer my service with humility, O Great One.
Do you now? And what need would one so ancient as I have for one so tender as you?
She settles her large body slightly lower into the magma.
Or perhaps you are a tough one? Tougher than these Rathun?
Magrin would do anything to stop Aethys. If she erupts this volcano, you'll be destroyed along with it.
Should I believe the wretched words of a trespasser in my den. Even were it so, the fire feeds me. It can cause me no harm.
Your obstinance would see you dead. Allow mine to see that you live. Ooh, that's actually a good line too. Stubborn creature, your obstinance would see you dead. Allow mine to see that you live.
I suppose. I slumbered for ages and felt restless for longer. It shall be good to stretch my wings, to hunt. I fly.
With a great heave, she slogs her body from the magma and takes to the sky. Dragon fight averted. It's someone else's problem now. Also, we get loot. Aldrich Blade of Captain Crow. Oh, that looks badass. Sharp, exceptional Storm Blade deals lightning damage on critical hits. And Corvid's Bounty, gain 8 health on critical hits. Okay. I know we were actually looking to buy one for Swell, but this is... Ooh. It's not, I don't think, gonna deal as much damage as the Watcher. Well, it might be, it's probably gonna be about on par with the Watcher's Blade for damage, I think. But I bet it's gonna look so dope though. Swell.
Yes, of course.
Pull it out, let us see.
I'll have.
What else do we have? Ajumut's Stalking Cloak, Tracker and Bushwhack, 5% that's beefy stuff, not as interesting. But we don't really have any cloaks in the party, I suppose. Attacks made from stealth stun the target. We'll give it to Maya. But I don't think that's something that's gonna get too much use, realistically. Okay, so the problem now... Wait a minute. Problem now is that we don't have anywhere to go but that one hell room in Giantburg. We do have this, though. The closer you near to the dimly lit essence that smolders over the Rothwin's burnt corpse, the stronger you feel the soul's flickering confusion and grief. Ashen, crooked fingers clutch a still flaming torque, grasping the relic tightly even in death. We pry the torque from the thing's hand. Twisting the torque free, you crack off 3 of the priestess's blackened, brittle fingers. We have gained an item, the Torque of Bethocton. Eternally burning torque forged by Mogren and bestowed upon the Rothwin as a symbol of their submission to the goddess's will. Bethocton is a Rothwin word roughly translating to Everflame. Alright, and what's the soul got to say here? Someone with a wooden ship and cloth sails, all very flammable. Well, they also have cannons, I guess. Rather than falling face forward into a vision of the Rothwin's final memory, her last thoughts scream through your mind in a jumble of disjointed words and disbelief.
I am burning, I am burning, and it is not in pleasure, not for Mother Margaret. I should have listened when she said nothing. But I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame. Not with honor and eternity, but for a moment. I am disgraced.
I get that reference, Cell. Fucking Nick Cage. I'm a vampire. Dig deeper into her final memory.
Who will lay the torque before the mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's god's face? Not to these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh of a wretchedly snuffed life. Not to me and mine. Now she who was blackened and befouled and forsaken by the flames. Forsaken by Margaret.
The final flicker, a last swift and violent shuddering, the soul dims and disintegrates. Okay. What the fuck was that? I just hear some loud click from under my table. But there's nothing down there. I shouldn't say table, desk. Maybe it's just the condo settling. Maybe I'm going to fall through the floor. Maybe you guys are gonna get a really weird show. Who knows? Ran out of breath just listening to her. That's some voice acting. I'm down there. Ela, this is acceptable. Hey, Destructo, good to see you. Welcome. I hope you're doing well today. Chilling out, having a nice quiet Saturday. It's making the feet pics. Don't tempt me. I'm gonna have to get a channel set up on my Discord. I'm trying to think of a way to make this a joke, but I can't. Never mind. Almost 69 streams, so close to nice. So close. So close. One stream at a time. But yeah, this fight is so bad. But I got so, oh man. Destructo, I appreciate you so fucking much. You have no idea. No fucking idea. I'm trying to think. We don't really have much in the way of resources that I can just kind of throw around to mitigate things here. I don't know why I have all this crap in everybody's personal inventories. It doesn't need to be there. Why are there cats in my stash? Okay, so this game has a pet slot on your character, your main character. And as we've been playing through the game, we have been finding a bunch of pets. And they're mostly cats. We also have a bear cub, that little imp thing that we found earlier, and a ghost pig. And maybe a dog. But we're only allowed one of them, and depending on the one that we pick, it gives us different buffs. And the one that I have just makes us less likely to be hit by enemies. Because yes, we did run with cats for a while, but I wish they would let you do pets on everybody, but I guess the only other person that can have pets is Adair, because that's his thing. He likes animals. But you can only get them if you do like essentially a new game plus mechanic. As you play, you do things in the game and it gets you these points that you can then spend on new game plus type stuff to kind of change how the game plays and get some bonuses and stuff. I don't know if... I really don't feel like we're ready to do this right now. I really don't, unless we can stealth through it, maybe. Game ends up crashing because... like, I would love it. I would love it if they let each character have a pet. And just have, you know, a little army of critters following us around. That would be wonderful. Oh, the stretch. Blessed posture check. Oh, to combat the gamer hunch. Thank you, Destructo. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna try this. I'm gonna pop the door and we'll try sneaky sneaking. And by we, I mean it's gonna be the sneaky sneak lady.
Can't hide from me.
Ignore me!
Can't hide from me.
Yeah. Okay, alright. Let's move you guys back over here.
Speak freely.
Uh-oh.
We should move quickly.
Uh-oh. The fucking bird! Cheese it, the popo's away. Oh, no. This is,
Funny how you only miss blood when it's gone.
Okay.
Your orders?
Go to bed, Lysandus.
Of course.
Far too early.
Nice and quiet.
I suppose I could just tell you guys to like go up here and you'll like snake your asses up there and not aggro all of the everything. Oh, that's interesting. They actually have like, they show you what they can see. That's literally gotta be the intended thing to do here, is that we're just supposed to sneaky sneak past those guys. Hey, boss man, how you doing? We're here now.
Always seem real cold.
This will not end in sadness, no. A Rotharan warrior stands tall even among his giant brethren. With a stern sweep of his hand, he addresses the soldier at his side.
The Brentfist tarries for too long. Yet only she is fit to fire the shrine. Go and ensure that she returns readily with the ancients.
The Brenthis got enfuegoed.
It would be my honor, Bathor.
Return in victory, Rekir.
Yes, Bathor.
And remember,
He sweeps his gaze in your direction. When he spots you, his shoulders stiffen and he reaches for the mace strapped to his back.
you are a bold one to attack us in our own seat of power.
Technically, you attacked me, Chucklefuck. We just didn't back down.
I hope you are prepared to die here, for I will soon prostrate you on the altar of Margaret and burn you for her glory.
Ah. I'm not here to fight now. I love that you can just lie. I've no quarrel with you, Bathor. I'm only here to speak to Aethys.
Aethys deserves death, not words. The Defiler God has brought war to Ashen Moor in revenge against Margaret and her Rathun.
Oh, it's pronounced Rathun. Okay. The warlord regards you hotly, fire sweat dripping down his neck. His surrounding warriors clang their weapons against their chests or the floor, clamoring for blood.
What is your relation to Aethys, if not to act with him against Margaret?
Ah. Bareth wills that I intervene with Aethys.
Mere Kith are seldom agents of such a powerful deity. If you have no plans to defend the Defiler God, then we've no quarrel with you, Kith. We are prepared to assault Aethys at the base of the moor.
He gestures to the shrine of Magron beside him.
The shrine will lower us to the sacred Ardra Pillar, where the embodied god now gluts himself.
I love that you can just immediately attack them. Like, thanks for telling me the plans. Die. Let me through. I will speak to Aethys and convince him to leave this place.
Even if I believed you, I cannot do such a thing.
He shakes his head. His eyes burn, fiercely intent.
We guard the sacred depths of the moor. None may freely enter.
Dude, why do you gotta be such a fucking dick?
Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of Bethacton.
Oh, we've got that. He shoves his shoulders back with pride.
Our high priestess, The Brenthis is the Torque's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return to the keep.
I found your Brenthis. She is dead.
Then it is as I feared, and as I felt. Her flames have been extinguished.
Stubborn and hot-headed, yeah, he's a fiery one.
I do not share the Brenthis' ability to commune with Margaret, but I must believe the goddess would will us to fight. We must make a final stand.
I have the torque.
To return in victory from the lair of the Ancient. I misjudged you. You are one of a kind among Kith.
Yeah, we totally kicked the shit out of that dragon. Yeah, bravery, heroism.
What became of the Ancient? Jorda Fairless. Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
Oh.
Where to begin? Captain?
Maya elbows you. The warlord tilts his head as if considering the true meaning of your companion's reaction. Growing distrustful, he tightens his grip on his mace. Treat yourself to some Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Haven't played in 2 months because of tendinitis. Oh, have fun, Val. Thank you for swinging by. Always glad to have you about. And we'll catch you around.
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies.
He glowers impatient. Grunt non-committally. Now, the dragon has forsaken you. He falls silent, the scrawlings on his skin flaring hotly.
Indeed. I feared the worst when the Brenthis failed to return with the beast. We've no choice. Despite the odds, we'll attack without either's strength.
He shakes his head, the emotion grave.
If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Margaret forsake us for our failures. You've earned the right to Fire Shrine with the Torque of the Ever Flame. But we cannot join you as yet in facing the Defiler.
Okay. Always seemed real cold to me for a fire god, like she'd rather see you die struggling than offer help. I assume that's Magrin he's talking. So we're just leaving the bird behind, I guess.
I'll handle this.
You stand before the shrine of Magrin, goddess of flame and war. Lifting your eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across your vision as you stare into the imposing cast of her likeness. For the span of a single breath, everything falls eerily silent. The Rathrun behind you fade away. Flames to either side of you flicker higher, dancing without sound, but the heat is real, licking at your skin. Then metal groans as Magrin's statue bends her head to you in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties.
Her words flow like lava from her lips, like the trails that burble hotly from her eyes.
Even now, Aethys gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
The Rathrun are preparing a final assault against Aethys.
Then they will burn to ash and return to the mud kiln from whence they came.
She leans forward, the copper of her corded arms gleaming from the blustering flames. She tugs her sword free from her plinth, and the entire shrine shudders with heat.
Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Aethys. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
I need more time to reach Aethys.
I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault. Even for you. Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
She inclines her head once more in a stalwart farewell. An avatar of the goddess flashes over the imposing statue before you. As the image fades, her absence leaves the shrine cold and deathly silent. Alright, interact with the shrine. This feels like the end of the game. I don't think it is by a long shot, but like this is like high stakes shit right here. A statue of Magrin towers above you, bloodied and battle ready. The goddess clutches both sword and shield, and at the base of the statue, a rectangular iron-slatted altar rests between two unlit braziers. We will place the torque on the altar. The braziers on either side of the altar flare to life, red-hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, softer burn within the bowls. Lava eddies beneath iron grating in the floor, heating the soles of your feet, while the statue herself seems to wake, metal groaning and rasping as the shrine moves. We have lost an item, the Torque of Bithacton. Cowards! Is this the same? No, this is more or less the same text. Okay, we descended to the depths. You keep mishearing it as torque. Well, that's how it's pronounced. T-O-R-C is pronounced torque, much the same as the word torque. Close to the end of the main quest, they give you a point of no return. Really? This is close to the end of the main quest? Holy shit, I was not expecting that already. Dang, okay. This is gonna be a shorter playthrough than I thought it was. Alright, I guess we're descending into the depths. It's nice of them that they give me a point of no return warning, though. That is incredibly kind. With a squeal of metal against metal, the entire floor drops a stomach churning 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of a bell as they catch, pounding against the time-worn gears. Then the shrine begins steadily lowering into the maw. As the shrine cranks lower into the maw, Aethys' colossal Adra-curved dome, neck, and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from the souls whirling within it slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet. That fire giant you painted, Silvernail, by the way, looks really fucking good. I like the base. Very nice. Oh, and we gained levels. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like level ups. I don't know what level we actually just hit. I think this is 12? Yeah. Let's see. Athletics, diplomacy. I have no idea what I'm going to be giving us. Have a frost gem, but you weren't fighting those. Fair. I guess I'm gonna give him spell resistance. Oh, weapon proficiency. How about like... I mean, I guess I could give him spears. Why not? Sure. Game. Mild worry there for a second. Explosives, streetwise. I'm gonna grab him clear out. Oh, he already has clear out. Damn it. Increase all defense. Improved. I think I'm gonna take improved critical. 10% crit damage. Yeah, okay, sure. Sure. Why not? And weapon proficiency will give you S-stocks. And gold leaf. Oh boy, spells. I am gonna take Flame Strike, actually. Pillar of Holy Fire. I do like the Fuego. I'm gonna give her proficiency with large shields as well. Alright, Maya, you get Bluff and Mechanics. And... that's probably... Grace killed the mark, jumps to a near... Ooh! I'm gonna take that. So now when she kills her marks, she'll be able to freely mark something else. I dig on that. For all of that marking that I have her do, which is like none, but hey, you know, video games. Aloth. I bet I could set her up to automark. Yeah, I probably should do that, huh? I probably should do that. A smart man would do something like that. Give Aloft Lightning Bolt. And I don't even know here. You can have Buckler proficiency. Okay. Quick save. Let's go ahead really quickly and see if I can set her up to auto mark things. Let's see. Distance the target, race of the target, threat the target. I don't know what that actually means. Target engaged by anyone. Here we go. Target. No. Distance the target? No. Alright, here we go. Target does not have the affliction of marked for the hunt. Then she'll mark it for the hunt with a 10-second cooldown. There we go. That should do it. There. So now she should mark things. Final Fantasy XII Gambits? Yes. The system in this very much reminds me of the Gambit system from Final Fantasy XII. Man, that game was fun. I really enjoyed my playthrough of that a lot. Like, it was kind of a joke towards the end. Can I seriously not sleep here? Really, game? We can only wait. Oh, that's not very nice. Oh, hi, Mark.
You're certain he wanted us all to come?
How is your sex life? Oh, that's Aethys. I thought that was a platform. Hello!
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
Greatness is my birthright. No. Each of us simply does as best we can. My trials have made me who I am.
You have done much in this life, it's true. But if it weren't for your past with Theos, with Iovara, you never would have come down this path. But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
I need to know why you've come back.
You need to know? Or Berith? Or the gods?
The gods fear you have something catastrophic in mind.
It seems the gods may have something catastrophic in mind for me.
Margaret is preparing to take drastic measures to stop you.
Margaret fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Aora or in all of hell to stop me.
They blew him up in the Deerwood, if I recall correctly.
Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
What are you going to do?
Force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Quit dancing around the question.
A fair request. I suppose your time is more limited than mine. I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves. How we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built.
You wouldn't understand, Celt.
Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
Oh. If that's so, what are you doing this time that will make any difference?
I have not come to speak, to convince, to plead, but to break the foundations of belief itself. To extinguish the lights that maintain the illusions we have created. We took on the mantles of gods from legends, and in so doing, made real what was false, crafted truth from fiction. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life. When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
I'm gonna break everything and then fuck off, cause I'm a dick.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Whitaker reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world. I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are.
I hope Magrin explodes 2 volcanoes on you for good measure. The writing in this game is pretty good. What?
Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Gonna break everything and then happily ignore the consequences. Yeah.
Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Magrin has intended for me.
Ooh. Swell's gonna say nothing to this, I think.
I must say, you've been remarkably calm in spite of all this. This next part may test you. Brace yourself, Watcher.
Hey, Aethys, we're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest. Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Adair spits. Oh.
In the surging heat, it never reaches the ground.
Fucking random narrator.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
Aethys' great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys' body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys' body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys' body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. you meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
We say nothing.
Since we've parted, you've become someone else. I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys' hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming. You are back inside him, back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to their intended bodies? A light shines within the soul as it observes you. Waiting. I am.
Okay, so if anyone is confused, the us that is in here is the other half of our soul. Because at the very beginning of the game, he stole our soul, and that's why we were chasing him. And, I don't know, a couple play sessions ago, he gave us part of our soul back. And so this is what remains of it, I believe. I am, and I will do everything I can to save these poor souls before I am done.
Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. Together.
Together.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys' hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo?
Aethys is going to Ukaizo.
He's going to stop the wheel?
He's going to stop the wheel.
Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
Fucking love those cutscenes. Like, the writing is so good. Holy shit. Hey Noelle, welcome. I hope you're doing well today. Always good to have you about. Welcome back, Huracut. Good to see you as well. The Queen pun, terrible of course. I expect nothing less. And a Chivo, yes. A pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs and an acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly come into focus. The sounds of an ongoing debate, a distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move.
In the brief silence, you hear Hazanui Karu's boots scrape against the tile as she paces.
He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him. Destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back.
She shakes her head and chuckles with grim appreciation.
It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
Anakaza rests her chin on her fist and considers. The Assemble's leader turn their attention away from each other in a prolonged and thoughtful silence. At last you feel fully present and steady on your feet. The attention in the room shifts to you, filling the void with expectant whispers. Swell says nothing.
Well, there is some life in him still, but I do not know how his senses fare.
Gotta go water your pepper plants. Hope bell peppers have time to mature before they die from the cold. Oh, hell yeah, bell peppers are good. Best of luck, Poyle. Castle snaps his fingers a few times in front of your eyes.
Oh, welcome back, Captain. If you're wondering about the taste, Ishi was trying to feed you bugs while you were asleep.
I like Maya a lot.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw.
Anakaza gestures to you with an open palm.
The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira.
The greater good. She looks to each of the envoys in turn.
For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Castle glances around the room at the gathered parties, his brows climbing.
What we need is brass. Roatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
She breaks off at the boom of a door slamming open. Commotion echoes from the entrance hall as everyone turns toward the noise. Her hand strays to her gun. The sound of approaching footsteps grows in volume as a courier shambles into the throne room, panting and glistening with sweat. His mouth opens and closes like a fish, gasping desperately for breath.
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention.
Anakaza narrows her gaze past the open door.
Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
She begins to rise, but the courier speaks up ahead of her.
My queen!
They fly the colors of pirates. The Principe are...
Well, what have we here?
A confident voice booms from the open door. It's an elf. Kill it.